Oh, merry stock market. Oh, man. Woo!
Boy, did I just lose a lot of money on Intel stock. Oh my God. $25,000 gone forever. I'm a loser. I'm a trash investor. My life is over, bro. I'm deleting my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belly. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term boglehead investor. I'm author of the book, Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon, and it's raining like freaking crazy. If my internet cuts out, you know why. Anyway, we got to talk about my massive losses in Intel. Now, I was thinking for a while that I would consider buying Intel. When I initially did my analysis, I said, okay, I'll grow revenue very slowly. I'll use the historical profit margin, maybe a little bit lower, and I'll give them a PE of like 15 in 5 years, something like that. And I initially got a buy price of $42. So I was like, okay, I'll revisit this at some point. And lo and behold, before this earnings season, Intel sold off to like $38, $37. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go all in on Intel. You know how much I invested, ladies and gentlemen? $500,000. No, I'm just kidding. $500. Okay. Now look, guys, I'm not always right. And when it comes to Intel, I was extremely wrong. I mean, I did not anticipate this level of absolute destruction of revenue, absolute obliteration of revenue. And they had a loss. I could not believe my eyes. So for the first time in a very long time, I actually sold Intel stock. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I sold it. When I did my analysis, I was like, okay, their revenue's not going to get crushed that bad. I entirely underestimated this destruction. So let's go ahead and show you the evidence of my massive loss in Intel. Okay, you ready for this? So I bought Intel. I put $500.89 into it. And I sold it today for 5 hours ago for $473.92. So I lost about $25, $26 on Intel. I normally don't do this. Like Baba, I'm diamond hands in that baby for a long time. My thesis has not changed. But with Intel, I was always a little bit hesitant about it because I remember looking at the revenue. I was like, wow, it's declining. Their gross margin is shrinking. And their profit margin is shrinking. That's a little terrifying to me. But I was like, okay, it's sold off. Let's see what happens. And I got my cheeks clapped. I lost $25. Now, let this be a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you do a fundamental analysis, even if you put tons of research into a stock, you can still lose your butt. You can still be wrong. And there are some times when it is smart to get out of a stock. Now, for me, it was like, okay, I can keep averaging down or I could just hold. But if I did that and Intel continued to get wrecked at this massive pace, I could lose half of my $500. I could lose 60% of it, 70% of it. So I actually sold $26 loss and I went ahead and reinvested. Now, some of y'all may call me a paper hands, but we got to look at these earnings. I mean, this was just, God, get out of here. This was just god awful. I could not believe how bad this was. Okay, look at earnings per share. 29 cents per share adjusted. They actually had a loss on the accrual basis on the GAAP versus 70 cents per share as expected. Revenue, $15.32 billion versus almost $18 billion expected. Intel's revenue declined some 22% year over year. Oh my God. The largest top-line disappointment since 1999. Woo! And look at that gross margin, man. It narrowed from to 36.5% from 40%. When I did my modeling, that was nowhere even close to it. I was like, this is one of the few times I'm going to actually sell a stock. I thought about it yesterday. I thought about it a little bit more today. And I was like, I'd rather reinvest my $500 somewhere else. So I took my lumps, and here we're at. I mean, you can go look at Intel, right? And people are like, oh, everything money and strongman are stupid because, they lost money on Intel. Remember, I am a Boglehead index fund investor. 95% of my money is in the total world index fund, and 5% is in individual stocks. I don't know if I'm a good stock picker or not. I have no freaking idea. But as an accountant, I like to look at fundamentals. That's what I like to do. There are a lot of people out there that literally just buy stocks that go up. All these other chip makers. Oh, AMD, NVIDIA. Oh my God, they're the future. Everybody's talking about them. Tesla, Bitcoin. Everybody goes ahead and just buys the crap that went up. And I'm not buying those stocks either. I can guarantee you that. But I like to take calculated bets with very small positions because I enjoy it, because it's fun. But even then, this is a lesson that you can get wrecked. I mean, I could not imagine this massive decline right here. Like, this is just insane. 21, almost 22% down on revenue year over year. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know how much everything money Paul had in this, but if he had a large position, he's probably crapping his pants right now. Me, I mean, yeah, you guys can make fun of me about it, but at the end of the day, I lost $26. This is not good, okay? If something fundamentally changes in your thesis, you need to get out, okay? That's just my advice. And you should have most of your money in index funds. That's how you actually succeed. Because at the end of the day, I don't think VT is going to get freaking obliterated like this because it's composed of every stock in the world. Now, yes, VT can go down massively during a bear market. 100% agree. But with a stock like Intel, if it continues to decline like this, it could be done. 100% done. Now, there are some, I guess you could call them bullish signs about Intel in the future. Like they want to make this massive plant in Ohio. There was a bill that was just passed by the Senate. And I don't know if Biden signed it yet, with the CHIPS Act or whatever. And that's going to subsidize bringing production home domestically. But that's going to be years out before they even finish that plant. I'm out, man. I'm freaking out. So here, you guys can laugh. Let's go see my losses again. Oh, boy. I could not believe my eyes. Sometimes this happens. I mean, you just got to be able to take your lumps, and, people will make fun of me. Oh, you're an idiot. And yeah, BABA went down 10% today. I don't care. I'm not selling BABA. I am still fanatical about that stock. And I'll do another video on it. VT to the moon. That's right. It's time for week, man. No, you are always right. Oh, I was wrong about that one. I did not expect that decline. I mean, people were like, oh, yeah, Intel's dead. I was like, they're still growing revenues year over year. Like, are they really freaking dead? This scared the crap out of me. That is a enormous. Like, if their revenue went down 5%, maybe they had a bad quarter. Okay. Even 6, 7, 8% year over year. Okay. Maybe it's just a bad quarter. But 22% and a net loss? Oh, my God. You're going bankrupt buying Intel, my Intel. Yeah. It was hard to sell it, man. That $26 loss. You should create a course about doing not able to replicate that awesome scream yet. A lot of people have trouble replicating that. Time to buy higher later. No, I'm staying away from Intel. Honestly, I have enough in individual stocks at this point. I mean, maybe I'll chuck $500 at something else at some point, but I'm sticking with VT for a while. I'm going to hold Intel, revenue my avenue. Now, the thing is, guys, this doesn't mean that this justifies clown stocks, okay? This doesn't justify Tattooed Chef. This doesn't justify Honest. This doesn't justify Palantir, Tesla. No. When you have something like this where you're looking at fundamentals, sometimes you're going to make a mistake and you're going to, be too optimistic in your future assumptions. But that doesn't mean that this kind of investing is dead. No, you should always look at fundamentals. You should understand what you're freaking looking at. You should know how to read an income statement, a balance sheet, a statement of cash flows. Then you do some initial analysis. And if you like the company after that, then you go and really research the industry, the management, the macro environment. And then at that point, you can consider buying an individual stock. But for me, it's like $500, like whatever. Go ahead and chuck it in and see what happens. I mean, if I was putting 50,000 into this beast, yeah, I'd be a lot more intense in my due diligence. But as an index fund guy, it's like whatever. $500. Weak sauce personal paper hand. Yeah, I man, this is the one time I've paper handed like that amount of destruction. No, I'm out. Now, Bob, no bait, no sir. I'm holding that mother effer. And Baba's been freaking wrecked, man, and I'm still holding. I'm holding, baby. I got diamond hands. Oh no, $25 loss. What will you do? See, that's the funny thing. It's like, I mean, I can pick, bad stocks too. But at the end of the day, my philosophy is still a superior philosophy. You max your tax advantage account. You buy broadly diversified index funds. You can get VTI if you want. I like VT. But if you just want U.S. stocks because they only go up, you can buy those. And I have a little bit of money for fun. And stuff like this, like, it didn't bother me. It's like, okay, 25, whatever, done. But imagine having like 20% of your portfolio in Intel. All the clowns that give you advice on YouTube, you should have a very highly concentrated portfolio. That's what Warren Buffett does. But if you're wrong, you're done, son. I mean, if I had 10% of my portfolio in this, oh, God. Woo. AMD is a beast company. I mean, yeah, I'm sure these other companies are great, but that isn't my type of stock. Like, it's run up massively. It's had an explosion of revenue growth. There's been a shortage of chips. I don't like stuff like that. I like profitable companies. I don't know if you've noticed this. I like profitable companies that have recently gone through really bad times for whatever reason that I think have the potential to recover. That's the kind of stock that I'm interested in. I mean, look at Baba. Profitable company. Everything that could go wrong with Baba. Delisting fears, lockdowns, Chinese economy's crap, real estate bubble, whatever. All that bad stuff happened. And I'm like, okay, but it's a massive giant in one of the largest countries in the world that's growing faster than the United States. And if you look around China, most of the world's population is in Asia. I mean, to me, it's almost a no-brainer. I mean, I'm not worried about the delisting thing. I'm personally not. I understand it's possible, and if I'm wrong, my cheeks are getting clapped, but that's the risk I'm willing to take because that's why the stock sold off so much. Ouch. Yeah, that was awful. You're not a clown investor, but Paul is. I mean, everybody gives Paul trash. I mean, like, what else has he done that's, like, bad? I mean, I know he gets crap for Baba. I bought Baba. He gets crap for Intel. I mean, I bought Intel, but I sold it. I hope he sold it. Some of his stocks I don't like Smith & Wesson. But, I mean, he's had some successes, too, like HPQ. You got a good return on that. I actually bought that, too. I sold it for, like, a gain. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell this because I tax loss harvested. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell this, and I'll put it in, like, VT or something. I was actually trimming a lot of my individual stocks. Let's see. Jonathan, nobody cares about the anti-PO, just saying. Ant. We should all super chat $1 who will actually make money off Intel. Yes, everybody give me $1, please. I lost so much money. Here's Sasha in the comments. Talk some trash. Sasha, if you didn't hear, I lost $25 on Intel. And I paper-handed and sold. Shogman got wrecked. Yeah, Intel was the one stock I bought that I didn't really have a lot of conviction in. And I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I'll tell you what stock I bought. I sold Intel and I put the majority of it in Tencent. That's what I did. Like Chinese stocks, like I am very, very confident in the long run on. So I put most of it in Tencent. Okay. I sold all my VT. Weekman didn't know there is a 40 to 60% chance you're just wrong. Of course I can be wrong. Okay. That's why I have 95% of my money in an index fund and I have 5% for fun. We don't have basements here, man. We're in a flood zone. I live on the coast. Baba could get delisted. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think it's going to happen personally. It's so hard to I know everybody hates Baba because it went down. Everybody hates it. But there is a strong case for Baba. Massive country, massive tech giant, most populous part of the world, faster growing economy than the United States. But hey, you know, you should still have 95% of your money in index funds. Baba shares will be transferred to Hong Kong and we will own Baba. Delisting is more of a headache. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I mean, it's like, that's why the stock's so cheap. Everybody's just freaking out about China. Oh, they're communists. Yeah, they have private companies and they have a stock market. Yeah, they're freaking communist. See, here's the thing, guys. How is China going to compete on the global scale if they stay communist? Communism failed. The Soviet Union collapsed because they didn't have the economic might to compete with the United States. That's why it collapsed, okay? I don't think the Soviet Union had a stock market. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I would be freaking shocked if the Soviet Union had a stock market. Oh, China's communist. If China wants to be a global power, they need private enterprise. They need capitalism. They probably learned their lessons from Soviet Russia. Strongman going to the truck stop later. Let's see. You'd be up 34% if you went InMode when you made a video on it about a month ago. Yeah, I heard InMode ran up. There's just something I don't like about that company. I don't know what it is. It's like it set my alarm bells off. Like it was a perfect company, like no debt, massive revenue growth, massively profitable, and it had a PE of like 13 or 14. I was like, why? What is it about this company? The market's telling you something there. Yeah, it's not communist. Oh, we're communist, but you know we have a stock market. USA is just as commie as China. You're being survivors just great. The government they will debunk you. Companies will replay. That's the difference. Yeah, I mean China is more. I don't know if I can say that word. Every time I say this one word, I feel like my videos get partially demonetized. But China is not communist. Okay. Anyway, that's it, guys. I might do another video or two. There's so many stocks to talk about. I think I'm going to do Roku next. So stay tuned. I'm going to make my Roku thumbnail. Kathy Wood, clown nose. And we'll have a wonderful time trashing on Kathy Wood because at least I only lost $25. God knows how much Kathy Wood investors lost. Cheers!